yo quiero un día hacer real estate. Me dijo, why not? You can do it. Do you think? Fue algo bien, una experiencia que nunca podré olvidar, que me marcó esa experiencia. Porque ahí yo sentí que yo era libre. My 3 kids they have freedom. You know that my English is not very good looking, but I'm here.
Thank you again, once again, my amazing people, to another episode of I Got an Accent, So What? It's been an amazing journey. So many guests that have, shared their story. And today there's no other but my amazing friend, Agnalie Mazola. How are you, Annie?
I'm very good and happy to be here with you. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Yes.
And it's no word to describe how I feel today to be here with you.
You know what? We're going to need a lot of that because I'm going to take you guys today to a journey. I'm going to explain to you guys who's Annie. Annie is an amazing real estate agent in our personal team and here in JG Signature Team with Reward Properties. And she's a rock star. I wanted to bring Annie because Annie, not only that she's from Cuba, just like me, but we always are making fun of each other in the office because who has the bigger and who has the heavier accent, right? But it does not matter. We got an accent, so what, Annie?
And you know that my English is not very good looking, but I'm here.
But you're here, baby. Listen, guys. Annie is one person that brings so much joy to my life. And I'm going to introduce her not in the professional way, but as a friend standpoint. Annie is, if it's not but it's one of the most honest person I've known. Very transparent. What you see is what you get. And it's that type of friend that you always need, that even though sometimes they're pain in your butt, but they mean well. Right, Annie?
I almost cried, but when you say that at the end, I say, oh, my God.
You clean your tears. You're like,
yes.
Never mind if I'm her pain in the butt.
Yes.
Listen, many of you guys know I went through a process last year where I had an episode with my health. And there were many people in my life. When you're in the top of your game, you have a lot of friends and you have a lot of people that are there for you. But the very few that are willing to get dirty and be there for you. And she's being that friend that I'm very grateful that you're in my life, and I'm grateful for the journey that God is taking you. Not only you're a rock star, and I saw that from the get-go, she's going to be huge. I want you guys to remember this face because this is going to be your future millionaire, billionaire. We have
now,
to be.
I'm cute, I'm beautiful, so I have to be millionaire.
You have to millionaire, billionaire. Cheers to that.
200%. Get that shit done.
Guys, I told you, bear with us because this show today is going to be very not traditional, not conventional, but you're going to hear two crazy Cuban talking. And I wanted to bring her when I thought I was like, I want to bring somebody and someone that could definitely, we can relate, we can laugh, we can be cute, we're always cute, but we can always be raw. And nobody gets raw as my Annie. Annie is like, actually today I had somebody that said everybody needs a nanny in their life. And it was a moment in my life that I was like, wow, I do have that Annie in my life, and I want to thank you for being there. But joke aside, even though her heavy accent, which is the most beautiful thing because she's always mistaking every word, here in the office, she already takes it as a joke, but that's who she is. And everybody's like making fun of us. Oh, like we had an Anthony Robbins speaker and she said, hey, Robin Hood is here and other things that, but people understand us.
Of course, because that's my accent. And so what?
Yes, you got an accent, so what? And that's her security and her identity. That's one thing that I love about her is that she's not perfect, but she's always so secure, right?
Yes.
And that security really, it pushed me to be a better person. It pushed me that does not matter how dark my day is and that not every day is sunflowers and butterfly. You know what? You bring a lot of light into my life. So thank you for being there, being a good friend, a good listener, and you're super special. I want you to know that.
You're so special to me too.
Ah,
And thank you so much for the opportunity. Not the one that you give me to be here today, the one that you give me 1 year ago when you believe in me. Thank you so much.
you want to tell that story?
I'm gonna count this story as one day's. My life is at that moment is not the way that I want to be. I call this woman over here that I feel that she is una persona que inspira, no solamente a mí, a muchas mujeres, porque es una guerrera que ha llegado muy lejos. Y yo solamente le comenté y le dije, ay, yo quiero un día hacer real estate. Me dijo, why not? You can do it. I said, do you think I can do that? Say, yes, you can.
And no, not only that, I said, and you can be better than me.
Yes, you said that. But I'm not better than her. No,
She's pretty good.
no. I remember that day as a funny day because I know that she said I can, but I did not believe that we're going to make it.
Listen, that's one thing I tell everybody. Everybody has the willpower to do it, and I push everybody to do and be a real estate. How far you go, that's when you show me. And when people showed me, what are they made of? It's like, here's the goal. Go find it. And you did. And it was a year, 2 years later.
Yeah.
She's like, I got my license. I'm like, wow. And she said, can I be in your team? And I'm like, absolutely. You pay the price.
Yeah, and I have to say something about that. I call her every week, every day, and I say, "Hey, are you gonna pay attention to me? Are you gonna give me opportunity? Yes or no? Because I want to start. I want to start working with you."
It was only for a month. You were calling me
Yes.
just for a month. we were moving, but she's here and she's been with us for a year and
And a
a
half.
half, a
Yes.
year and a half. And Annie, it's totally, it's not your typical real estate agent. She made in her first year what an agent does in 3 and 4 years in the career. And that's impressive, guys. This woman over here, it's an inspiration to many of you out there that think that you are not capable of, that you can, that maybe, I don't know, my English is not very good looking, like she said. And she's kicking ass. Like she made the first year, but while she's training, more than a regular agent would have done in 3 or 4 years. So for all you people out there, don't be recruiting her because I'll send you somebody.
I'm not gonna go anywhere, so please
No,
stop
so-
calling me.
So please do not be recruiting her because then you're in trouble with me. Okay? Anyways, I do want to go back from the beginning, Annie. And I'm sorry that I get off my mic and my producer is looking at me. But I wanted this to be a normal and comfortable conversation, right? So bear with me, Leticia. I love you. You're the best. But I wanted also show a part of our friendship that many people don't know. And I'm okay being vulnerable because I think I've been very vulnerable in this show to the points that all my haters are making me famous. Just kidding. That's my husband episode. But Annie and I connected, I would say more than 2014 was when I met you. We were doing our hair. And I'm doing my hair with this hairstylist, and I hear this Cuban lady behind me being super loud. Oh, I'm like, oh, she's Cuban, right? She's like, yeah, she's Cuban. At that time, that's when I recently cut my hair, which at that time was a pixie pompadour hair in the top. It was like spike up, not pompadour, spike up. And I hear her talking. I'm like, oh my God, she's so full of flavor. She's so Cuban. I'm like, she must be from Havana. Because everybody in Havana are very loud. I'm loud too. But anyways, making the story long short, Annie was behind me and we went to another event that all those hairstylists did like a bazaar. And Annie is there, guys, with my same haircut. And I'm like, who the heck she thinks she is? I'm the only one can pull this off. And we were both have the same haircut. And that's where she said her admiration started for me. And that's when we both like linked up. I love her energy. I loved so much her personality. And like every relationship, we had a really good relationship, a friendship. And I'm saying this for all of you out there that maybe have a good friend in your life, and maybe that friend have done something to you that have offended you or hurt you. There's good friends out there, and don't give up on them. And we had our moment where she tried to protect me, some friends that were not so good influence in my life. And she said, run for your life. This place is not for you. And I remember I ran for my life. And
I remember that day.
And she stayed there. And I felt her, because I'm like, if you told me to run for my life, why do you not leave? She stayed there. And 4 or 5 years passed. We were not friends. We were not talking. And one time you called me for something, and I said, I'm there. What do you need? And that's when we rekindled again our friendship. And I told her, I miss you every day. And I don't want you guys to be teary or anything. It's like this corny story. But the reason I'm telling this story is because second chances are important. You might have people in your life that need that second chance.
And let me tell you something. If I have to do it again, I'm going to do it.
I know you would. I know you would. And that's Annie for you. Everybody needs an Annie in their life. So I want to go back, Annie. You came to the United States when you were 13 years old. Yes. Tell me, how was that experience as a Cuban young girl, 13-year teenager, in a new land?
I never imagined in my life that I'm going to have that opportunity. My stepdad, they win the lottery.
Oh, wow.
And they are married with my mom. Mm-hmm. So that's why we have that opportunity. When I see myself en un avión, mm-hmm. fue algo increíble, porque nunca imaginé estar montada en un avión. Imagínate cuando vi tantas luces. Time. En Miami, cuando vi tantas luces.
Yeah.
So, fue algo bien, una experiencia que nunca podré olvidar, que me marcó esa experiencia. Porque ahí yo sentí que yo era libre. No solamente libre por ser libre de mi país, sino libre de expresión, libre de pensamientos, libre en mi corazón, que es algo que es muy importante.
You feel like a bird.
Yeah.
Second opportunity.
Yes.
Talking about second chance.
Yes.
So we can name this episode, I'm going to call it
Second Chance.
Second chance.
You know, my English is not very good looking, but...
Guys, you're going to bear with us. Second chance. Say it with me.
Second chance.
I love you, Annie.
Good, right?
It sounds sexy. Mm-hmm. As long as it doesn't matter if we have the accent. As long as it sounds sexy, we're good enough. You come to United States 13. You get an opportunity to study, to know the language, and I'm sure it happens the same thing to you. It happened to me with ESOL, and we got the most that we can. But in Miami, again, guys,
it's hard to learn in Miami.
In Miami, you can.
It's very hard.
Mm-hmm.
So
everything's Spanish.
Yes, I learned more English in here when I have my firstborn, mm-hmm. Adam. So I have to help him with the homework and all that. So he's one of my teacher, because when I say something wrong,
he corrects you.
Yes. So.
Yeah. Mine does the same thing too. And hey, we have to.
But we're still working on that, you know.
This will never finish.
And I have 3 kids now, so we're still working on that.
I know. So you learn the language. You mm-hmm. perfected a little bit better in Orlando. We still have it, but that does not stop, because you still had your own business, right? Yes. With your husband, and that's
yes.
You built that amazing business with him, and I know you guys were really good. That's when I met you.
Yes.
That you guys were making it really well, and then I bring you the offer to get into real estate.
Yeah,
she's a hustler.
But let me tell you something. This story is like we can be here for the whole day.
I know.
I buy my first house with you.
I forgot about that. Yes, I also was her realtor. How
was
your experience with me?
Oh my God, 200% amazing. And even though that we are separate for a little bit of time, we still believe in you. And every people that I know, I remember all the time. I remember how's my experience with you and your company.
Which, by the way, side note on that is the reason why we were connected second time. Even though we stopped talking for a little bit, this woman would not stop sending me people. Like, it was so many people that got to the point that I'm like, I need to take you for dinner. And at that dinner, I'm like, we reconnected. we ironed out everything, and you told me how you felt, and I was like, don't send me no more real estate. Why you don't get your real estate license? And that's how you got it. And look at you now.
I never imagined that we are part of this amazing team. I'm very happy and very blessed.
And we're blessed to have you as well. What are the things that you're grateful for this country?
I'm very grateful because I have 3 kids, and my 3 kids they have freedom.
That's very important.
Yes, and they can express how he feel. They can say whatever they have in the heart, and that's very important. I don't have that.
You didn't have that.
Yeah,
And I want you guys to understand, this is a person that lived in the communism for 13 years. And a lot of time people don't understand that. And have a couple people actually saying, what is communism and what is that? And in our TikTok, that is the reason why. And I tell them, communism equal no freedom. No freedom of expressing who you are. No freedom of being who you want to be. No freedom not even to be in your own home, that they can come into your home and disturb anything, you know? So you saying that you're giving that opportunity to your kids, I agree with you 200%. You know, and it's a beautiful thing to have that freedom, and that's what this country gives us.
yes.
What the future hold for Agnalie?
That's a very good question.
Yes.
Can you say that again?
What goals, what short-term goals Annie has for herself? Because the reason why I'm saying this, because I want you to understand, this is a woman she was successful in other career, even with her own English being broken, I got an accent, all that. And that's the reason why I admire her so well. She comes from having and managing, you know, her own business along her husband. And now she got into real estate, which is more a professional field, totally different, you know, contracts. You have to interpret contracts. You're a salesperson by nature, right? But now you have to interpret so many other things and perform, and you have, not because she's here, but she's a rock star. I admire you in that sense a lot. But I want to know, what do you see yourself 2 years from now?
I'm gonna work very hard to have everything that I deserve. And that's very important because we deserve. You deserve. And even when somebody said to you, no, you can do that. No, your English not good. No, and no. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna go forward to get my dream come true. It's not option to me to sit back. I want to go forward what I want in my life. And I feel, even though that my English not perfect, I feel very security. How do you say?
Confidence, secure.
Confident. And no voy a parar hasta no lograr todos mis sueños y todas mis metas, porque es algo que yo me he propuesto y lo voy a lograr.
Amen to that. Love that. Love that. I have no doubt that you're going to make that, just because of the fighter that it's
Actually,
in you.
we already make one of my dreams.
You're an investor.
Yes. I have my second property.
And now I'm so proud of her. This woman is kicking butt left and right. When I see you, Annie, I see a person that society of other people try to intimidate just because they feel insecure because what you bring to the table. And when the most they said no is when she gets so more feisty and she's like, oh yeah, watch me. Watch me. And you always need somebody like that next to you that will take you to that next level. You know why? Because they help you shut down that voice of fear that we have in ourselves, because you're like, if that person believed in me. And I remember one of our guests that we have here, which was Rebecca, she said how important was the people that was, you know, that saw something in her that said, you should get into real estate, or you should have a podcast. And she said, I not even believe in myself to do that. So it's very important to have people next to you that don't see you as a competition, but rather, guys, help you along the way. There's not perfect relationships. What I'm saying is finding those people next to you that they're here to lift you up, that even if they make fun of each other, like actually we do make fun of each other, but it's to better ourselves. We always if you guys would be seeing behind the scene.
Oh my God. You guys have a lot of fun.
I can just tell you one thing. Lele, my producer, does not speak a word of Spanish. And she just want Annie and a couple ones that I have in the team. I'm not going to mention their names so they don't get all rowdy because they're listening. Just because they made their day. They make her day and they do not understand nothing that they're talking about. Because
you think that she not understand me, but she understand me.
Well, she understand your energy. I think that's what it is.
Maybe, but it's a connection.
Oh, well, there you go. We're going to have to talk to Lele. A side note of this podcast. Lele, is it a connection or really you understand? Right there, we're having a fight about it. But now that I said, how important the freedom is to you, how important to express yourself regardless of the label that people put in you, and push yourself, like you said, to the next level, and that you're not going to allow nobody to stop you from that, right? Mm-hmm. What will you tell that young Annie? Actually, you know what? What will you tell that 13-year-old Annie coming out of that airplane to a new land of opportunities that she has no idea what she's getting out of, that she has never been in an airplane in her life, but then there's a world of opportunity ahead of her? What will you tell that Annie?
Don't stop believing. Believe in yourself. Believe in you. If you not believe in you, nobody's going to do it for you. Do it for you, not for para nadie.
For nobody
Hazlo para
else.
ti.
You can say it in Spanish. I want you to flow.
Okay. No, it's because I like to speak English.
You sound better in English.
Yeah.
My beautiful people. We're going to do another, I promise you guys, another episode with Annie, just about jokes and stuff that we do in our daily basis here. The reason why I wanted to show your stories, a lot of people don't know that. They don't know that you came when you were 13. Like, you have never gone on an airplane. You were in that little country, like like myself, and you were exposed, but you were a diamond in the rough that did not go through so many things. You were not seeing the potential that you have. So I want to thank you, Annie, for allowing yourself to give yourself that opportunity that you deserve. To be that friend that you're always there, and to inspire other women out there that do not believe in themselves, other women out there that maybe they have an insecurity, they have something that sometimes is even us, because a lot of time it's not even, what other people think about us or say about us, is because we don't feel comfortable in our own skin, which, by the way, if you have not watched that episode, Being Comfortable in Your Own Skin, watch it. It's really interesting. But again, I want to thank you for that, and definitely for trusting us in the process, to being a rock star agent that you hear in our JG Signature team, and keep shining. I know that there's a world of opportunity. You're just getting started, and you're going to take your amazing family to the next level. And we're going to be talking about this day that we were here, and you're going to be like, wow.
And I promise you that my English maybe is going to be better, but I have accent, so what?
We got an accent? So what? Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you enjoy my amazing Annie like I have, like I always do. Can't wait to see you in the next episode. Kisses.
Believe in yourself.